children are right now without their parents, locked in crowded warehouses surrounded by razor wire. Children by the thousands. Meanwhile, in Congress, lawmakers are bickering over who's to blame. A House committee today grilled the Homeland Security Secretary on the unfolding humanitarian crisis along our own southern border. More than 50,000 children, 50,000 who came into this country on their own illegally without their parents. Federal officials say it's happening in record numbers, up 90% from last year. We have an illustration over here in the wall. Immigration officials say the kids are mostly not from Mexico, but from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. Most of them escaping violence in these areas and extreme poverty. Their parents pay smugglers thousands of dollars to sneak them into the United States, and it is a long and dangerous journey that many of these children do not survive. Those who make it to safety often don't get far. When border agents find the children, they take them to government buildings such as border control centers, even an Air Force base. Excuse me, according to the Los Angeles Times newspaper reporting, many sleep on plastic mats on dirty floors with nothing but flimsy foil blankets. At the hearing today, Republicans argued that, of course, President Obama's policies are causing the surge.
I think this administration is inviting these kids, inviting illegal aliens to come to this country, and wants to give them legal status, and I find that intolerable.
Well, Republicans point to the president's 2012 order that protects some children from deportation, but that applies only to those who entered the United States before 2007, not these kids. And besides that, there have been many, many, many interviews with these children. And according to the human rights organizations, nobody has found any kids who say they're here because of politics. This bickering that's happening, well, we'll report, you decide. In the hearing, they said the horrible conditions in the children's home countries are to blame here. Pure and simple, it is so bad where they're coming from. And their parents love them so much that they put them in, give them to smugglers, do whatever they can do to get them out of the horrors of here. Imagine this trip all the way up to our southern border and into these camps and sleeping with foil over themselves with no parents around at all. Seen better than what they had here at home. Not politics, poverty, horrible situations, and violence we really can't even imagine. They say they need to deal with these problems in Central America first.
Perhaps we could completely fence the border and build a giant moat with alligators to keep kids and people away. Maybe we could put these kids on a bus and just drop them off at the border with Guatemala. I don't think any of those are consistent, one, with the law, two, with our values, three, with my conscience or the conscience of many of the people in this country. I think we have to address the issues in those countries of origin.
Yeah, a wet or dry rule for Cuba, and yet these thousands of kids coming from extreme poverty and crisis, and we lock them up in detention camps and blame each other as politicians. It's pretty disgusting, isn't it? Meantime, the children just keep coming. The Obama administration estimates it will detain 90,000 of these children by September. So what in the world is a caring nation to do?